page here. Let me take down this iconic intro. Yes, indeed. You see the virtual tour background. You hear our virtual tour music, and then there is me. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me on another edition of Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. So let's get to it. Off with this story here coming to us from rollingout.com. Director trash for movie mocking Megan Thee Stallion. Director Alvin Gray explains why he made the film that is triggering the emotions of Megan's fans. The director who made the controversial film, the rapper who got shot in the heel, is incurring the wrath of social media for allegedly mocking Megan Thee Stallion's pain and trauma. Producer Tory Lanez is serving up to 10 years in prison for firing the shots that injured both Megan's feet in Los Angeles in the summer of 2020. According to the YouTube trailer, the premise of Alvin Gray's triggering film is as follows. Music artists Raven the Stallion and Corey Gaines are having a secret love affair behind their friend Chelsea's back. One night after a lot of partying and drinking, everything goes wrong, leading to a shooting that will forever change their relationship. Now, if you really just gotta do it like that, then you are basically just mocking this woman's pain. Like, it's uncalled for. Like, just no. And black women wonder why. No, I'm sorry, not black women. Black men wonder why black women don't feel protected. Gray has become a specialist at dramatizing current events in film, much the way of Law and Order did for many years on network TV, still doing it on network TV. He also made the movie The Nurse That Saw the Baby on the Highway, which was inspired by Carly Russell's fake kidnapping story from 2022. That movie is now streaming on Tubi and Amazon. The director posted an advertisement for the rapper who got shot in the heel, which sparked fierce debate on social media. And so you see how many people have liked it so far. Gray later returned to his IG page to rationalize why he would make such a film, knowing how hurtful the real life circumstances were to Megan Thee Stallion, not to mention the distress it caused her multitude of fans. I was intrigued by that whole thing because this is my opinion personally. A lot of things didn't make sense. Gray shared on Instagram, guilty, not guilty, whatever the case may be. Certain things didn't make sense to me, which is intriguing. That's how I am as a filmmaker. He reiterates to fans that he was not making fun of the Houston High. I did not poke fun at that woman. Gray added, I want you to understand that this movie is not poking fun at domestic violence or anyone getting hurt, anyone getting shot. If you're truly a fan of mine, you know I don't even get down like that. Tubi released a statement saying it has no plans to host Gray's film on the platform. So you did poke fun at the woman, but this is according to the YouTube trailer. Music artist Raven the Stallion, Corey Gaines. Really? Like, it's ridiculous to me. I simply do not get why in the world you had to make a movie on this. Like, did you? I mean, are you trying to make $1 out of 15 cents? Like, I truly do not understand why we can't just let things be. Because honestly, you say you're not making fun of her, but for that to be the description, like, dude, we all know who you're talking about. Like, it's blatantly obvious. So I just, Lord Jesus. So listen, but people will view it though. It's a good thing and bad thing. There's an audience out there for everybody. You know what I mean? But I just feel like this was so uncalled for. Like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. We are live on tour. But yeah, when I saw the story, I'm just like, really though, this is what we're doing. Like, nobody's pain should be for a buck. You know what I mean? I don't know. I simply do not know about this one, y'all. So, but yeah, that is that. There, not too much more on that. So I just felt like it was uncalled for. So this next story, definitely gonna make y'all smile here. Black woman opens first full service salon in North Carolina mall. Katossa Glover opens the first Black woman-owned full-service salon in North Carolina Mall. The first full-service Black-owned salon in Charlotte North Lake Mall is earning a round of applause from its customers. Katossa Glover Hair Salon is the first full-service salon in North Carolina's North Lake Mall. The shop welcomed clients to the location during a November 12th grand opening. According to Queen City News, Glover has been the owner of Applause Hair Designs since 2014. In 2020, she decided to take her shop to North Lake Mall. Glover has overcome several odds and worked her way to success to become the thriving Black business owner she is. After securing the prime retail spot for her salon, Applause Hair Designs, her entrepreneurial dreams came to a halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, when we reopened, our clients rushed the door, Glover said. So it's the support of not only the hair salon clients, but because those clients are now coming here because they were so excited about the nail salon opening. So it feels like we have our own community here in this corner. Glover said that she named her salon Applause because she believes it's how her clients should feel when they leave, that they're worth it. Tracy Pickard, a loyal customer of Glover's, told Queen City News, I would describe Castosia as an anchor. You can take a breather because of your schedule or life just hit. She's always there to welcome you back and to pick up where she left off. For this inspirational entrepreneur, seeing her vision come alive is like a dream come true. Glover said everyone is welcomed at her salon, that her shop is not just about us having a Black team or having Black clients. She wants to be there for Charlotte Days and give back to the Charlotte community as a whole, no matter what that looks like. So I'm going to bring up Applause just so that way we can give her some play here. And it says here, we are packed from 8 a.m. Until literally 9 p.m. We closed the door. I had to tell people at 9 p.m. we can't take anyone else. I heard people say that's normally not the case in nail salons or hair salons. Black Friday was nothing but short of amazing for us. Glover's salons don't only service Black customers, but everyone is welcome. Um, so there you go. This video is going to resume here soon. So I'm going to bring this up so you guys can watch it here. But this is awesome. I love being able to bring y'all good news like this because we definitely need good news in the community. So hopefully all is well with all of you on a Wednesday night. I had me a good day today. Went out and about, got me some Christmas shopping done, y'all. Woo, the people I love, the people I love, the people I love, the people that I love. I really do mean that. But I had me a good day. They went to Applebee's, had me a day to myself, and yeah, it was good. 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 So hang on, y'all. Should be resuming here in 8 seconds here. Come on. Come on here.
For most women, the nail salon is a place of relaxation, a chance to get away from the stress of the day. Katossa Glover wanted to make sure her clients experienced a sense of community.
I'd never seen a full service Black salon in the mall. And it was honestly a dream of ours. And I didn't know it would come to fruition. But when we came to North Lake, they embraced us and they've been supportive since.
Glover has owned Applause Hair Designs since 2014. She moved into the North Lake Mall in 2020. The pandemic forced her to pause her business because the mall closed, but Glover says she powered through. On November 12th, she opened the first Black-owned and operated nail salon in the mall and the second in the region, right next to her hair salon.
And I believe when we reopened, our clients rushed the door. So I think it's the support of not only the hair salon clients, because those clients are now coming here because they were so
Hey,
excited.
Nikki News, welcome
So
in.
it feels like we just have our own community here in this corner.
I would describe Katossa as an anchor. You can always you can take a breather because of your schedule or just life hits, but she's always there to welcome you back and to pick up where she left off.
The Thanksgiving holiday yields increased sales from Black Friday, and Glover's business benefits from Small Business Saturday.
We were packed from 8 a.m. until literally 9 p.m. We closed the doors at 9. I had to tell people at 9 p.m. we can't touch it. I've heard people say that normally that's not the case in nail salons and hair salons, but Black Friday for us was nothing short of amazing.
Glover salons don't only service Black customers, everyone is welcome.
When we get the support of other cultures, it means even more because it's not just about us having a Black team or having Black clients. It is about, like, I literally, being a Charlotte native, literally my goal is to give back to Charlotte, whoever that is.
Reporting in Charlotte, Shakir Speaks, Queen City News.
So shout out to her for sure, Kasasia, for that great story. Not to mention too, nail salon and hair salon both owned by a Black woman. So shout out to that great news there. See, good things are happening, y'all. Good things are happening. So as we roll on this tour here, Lizzo is in the news because she is requesting to dismiss her designer's harassment lawsuit. Calls it meritless and scandalous. Lizzo's attorneys have filed a motion to dismiss a harassment and discrimination lawsuit made by a former disgruntled employee and clothing designer of the singer's tour. On Friday, the 35-year-old Juice singer's legal team requested to dismiss the lawsuit filed by Asha Daniels in September in a Los Angeles court and claimed it was meritless and scandalous. In documents obtained by People, Lizzo's attorney alleged that Daniels, 35, failed to perform the work that she was assigned and eventually just played hooky and refused to show up for work. Subsequently, she was terminated after abandoning her post on the day of Lizzo's concert in Paris, France. Lizzo's attorneys wrote the case tossed out, citing two reasons: it was filed in the wrong location, and Daniels is a New York resident who worked for a Delaware corporation in Europe. Therefore, the designer has no nexus to California. Los Angeles attorney Ron Zambrano, who represents Daniel as a partner um, and employment litigation chair at West Coast Employment Lawyers, said in a statement obtained by People that the motion was another Hail Mary by Lizzo's team to try to shift the blame to the victims, as she's done to the three other plaintiffs who have sued her for similar allegations of harassment, disability discrimination, and retaliatory termination. He continued, Lizzo and her lawyers can continue to try to rationalize her illegal and wretched conduct, but we remain committed to seeking justice for our clients, and we look forward to our day in court where Lizzo can explain her behavior in a public forum. Lizzo's legal team did not immediately respond to People's request for comment. Daniels, who toured with Lizzo earlier this year, filed her lawsuit against the singer, and members of her team claimed that Lizzo preached bi positivity and inclusion. Her employees were forced to work in a racist and sexualized environment. The lawsuit was filed against the star, her production company, her wardrobe manager, Amanda Normina, and her tour manager, Carolina Guletana. Ooh, these names. Alleging, among other things, that they made racist and fatphobic remarks and denied her medical care, leading to anxiety and PTSD. I felt like I was living at a madhouse, Daniels told NBC News at the time. I was listening to this Black woman on this huge stage, having this message of self-love and caring for others, being empathetic and being strong and standing up for others. And I was witnessing myself, the dancers, and the background vocalists in my local team in every city be harassed and bullied regularly. Daniel's allegations parallel the previous suit filed in August by three of Lizzo's former dancers, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez, who claimed they vowed sexual, racial, and religious harassment on Lizzo's tour. The About Damn Time performer denied all these allegations against her, saying on social media that she was not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be in the last few days. Lizzo is the boss of the buck stops, with her Zambrino claimed in a statement on behalf of the plaintiff. She created a sexualized and racially charged environment on her tours that her management staff sees as condoning such behavior, and it continues to be, and so it continues unchecked. Lizzo certainly knows what's going on, but chooses not to put into this disgusting illegal conduct and participates herself. At the time, Lizzo's rep, Stefan Friedman, told people in a statement, as Lizzo receives a humanitarian award tonight from the Black Music Action Coalition for her incredible charitable work she has done to uplift all people. An ambulance chasing lawyer tries to sully this arm by recruiting someone to file a bogus, absurd publicity stunt lawsuit. Who never actually met or even spoke with Lizzo. We will pay this as much attention as it deserves. None. So we shall see. I mean, there hasn't been really any other updates on Lizzo and the dancers with their lawsuits per se. So we will definitely see. I think that truly at the beginning, middle, end of the day, that the allegations of what we heard of Lizzo's dancers and documentary and people seem to be legit, but like Jonathan Majors, innocent until proven innocent until. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone for sure. Okay. So, with that being said, let's keep going here as we are live on tour. So, remember how I told y'all about the dating app switch? I'm going to play the video once again because I do have some news on this. So, let's play this video one more time.
We're two college educated,
both with masters at that.
former college athletes.
Mildly attractive.
Speak for yourself, Corey.
I said that for you, Kiki.
Anyways, clearly we have great personalities.
So I'm sure you're all asking yourselves, why are they single?
And that's the big question. Why are so many people single when they have connectivity at their fingertips?
At Switch, we conducted research, and what we found, simply put, is that the current online dating model sucked.
And that's why we're here to switch it up. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Switch, Kiana Mincy.
And I'm the COO and co-founder of Switch, Corey Staples.
We have developed a product that not only solves the current dating pain points, but it also innovates the way we connect by simply putting the conversation first. Connect first.
Judge later.
Switch.
My ideal date? Karaoke. 1000%.
Next battle, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Even more goes again. Bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum.
I like pineapple on pizza, but today's Tuesday. Do you like tacos?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Well, I know a good spot in town for great birria tacos.
As long as they have chips and guac, I'm down. ATL has my heart, but I really need a stint in Paris.
Okay, Miss Emily in Paris.
Tell investors to invest in Switch because this is something that I think is going to be enormously successful because we're at a transition point right now with dating. I think younger people are a lot more into technology and communicating rather than just looking at photos all the time. It's video, it's audio. I think it's a new ground and more intimate space where people want to be able to have relationships and build relationships. So the success of the platform is something that is ahead of its time. It's very new, it's very different. And I think that will separate them from all the other platforms. I don't know these girls. No, I'm kidding. I invested in Switch because I think Switch is a phenomenal idea. It's innovative, it's creative. I think audio and dating going together is a platform that hasn't been done before, a landscape that has not been combined before. But most importantly, I'm investing in Kiki and Corey because I believe in their vision, I believe in their passion and their idea for what the future is of dating. And when you're investing in startups and companies, you are investing in the founder just as much as you are the product. So that is why I invested in Switch.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Kiki.
It's time to make the switch.
So the reason why I am playing that video again was because I was on the call with that good sir Isaac Hayes, the third from Fanbase, and really really cool presentation. They broke down some of the nuances and the mechanics of the app, and one of the things that you can do on this app is you can actually request for a one-on-one. So a question that I had for them was, what if you could feature black businesses or content creators like a 60-second video, and you can get 3 bonus one-on-ones, right? So as you can see here, they have a relationship with iHeartMedia and one of the primetime radio hosts for 96.1 Atlanta. And so here it is here. So how it works is you get a 3-minute voice call, and then you see all of these icebreakers here. So you got random, intimacy, lifestyle, food, music. They probably will have others as well. But you got one-on-one roulette randomized chats, one-on-one requests, icebreakers, audio profile. Now, here's the thing. You can download it on the iPhone for Apple. And even though they're marketing towards Atlanta, you can, stretch out your distance to 3,000 miles. So you can talk to somebody in California. It's live in real time. So the reason why I'm bringing this app up again was because I was on the call. Not only did I offer that great idea, but I also offered them up this YouTube channel to maybe do a dating show called Switch Live. We can replicate the app on YouTube. As you guys know, the legendary Kendra G has her own show called Singles Live, and she will be coming out with her own app. And shout out to her for that. Kendra G started Singles Live when the pandemic was happening. And I think the pandemic is still happening. I think, we're just not hearing about it as much, but it still exists. But she started Singles in COVID. And so now she's going to have her own app, but she does it on Facebook. She does it on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And so I said, hey, listen to this new company, Switch. Hey, listen, I saw your social medias except YouTube. So I pitched my YouTube channel. So hopefully we'll be in touch soon. And you never know. There might be a Switch Live happening right here on Brainley's YouTube channel. So I'm very, very excited about that. So I say all that good news because the next thing we're going to get into... The next thing we're going to get into is Kanye West. Lord help me. Lord help me with this next thing. So this comes to us from Media Takeout. Now, you see it there. Kanye West is ad again. He says he says he's not black. Instead, he's Indian. You seeing that right? Kanye West is ad again. Says he's not black. Instead, he's Indian. So Kanye West, the talented rapper and producer, is off his meds again and saying disrespectful things about black people. Media Takeout has learned. Yesterday, he was caught ranting again, this time about how black people don't exist. The self-hating, mentally ill former billionaire told a group of puzzled onlookers that he no longer considers himself black. Kanye explained, by the way, we're not black. N-word, we're Indian, we're Native American. Kanye, who was talking to a room full of non-black women, mostly Instagram models, continued, show me black on this planet. Race was made up. Now, you think I may be lying, but y'all, I watched the video and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. So, in the past, Kanye has bashed black people for wanting to be slaves. He's also made horrible remarks about Jewish people and stereotypes, praising a person that shall not be named. So this comes to us from the Neighborhood Talk. Trigger warning to everybody. Okay, here we go.
You care about crazy. And by the way, we're not black. How about that? We're not black, nigga. We're Indian. Yeah. We're Native American. Yeah. How many of y'all grandmothers got Indian in your family? Yeah, I'm Indian. Wait a second, but what happened to the Indians? We black. Show me black on the planet. Why you stop recording?
He knows the fucking shit.
Why you sound crazy? Nah, because you think I sound crazy.
No, you don't sound crazy. You sound fucking legit. You're talking truth. You're talking truth.
We're not black. Race was made up.
You're talking truth.
Race is made up.
Yeah. Brown on.
Y'all, when I saw this clip, I was just, there's no words. I'm just like, really? Race is made up? Really, race is made up? So MLK didn't happen? Jesse Jackson, Medgar Evers, Marcus Garvey, Black Star Line, Daisy Bates, Harriet Tubman. So none of that. So none of that's real. This is the same mother ucker that said out loud that he almost blanked his daughter. If y'all do not remember when Kanye ran for president, he talked about Kim K and him almost aborting his daughter and saying he almost blanked his daughter out loud in a stream live on social media. This is the same dude that because of his actions, his school's basketball team could not go to any, and I mean any basketball tournaments because of his behavior. I'm going to play the clip one more time because I think it deserves to be played one more time. Hang on, let me pause it. I'm gonna play the clip one more time. Oh, sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. Hang on. Let me refresh it. Hang on. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hang on. Sorry, everybody. I thought I shared the tab. My bad. Okay. Now y'all can see it one more time. Okay, here we go.
You care about crazy. And by the way, we're not black. How about that? We're not black, nigga. We're Indian. Yeah. We're Native American. Yeah. How many of y'all grandmothers got Indian in your family? Yeah, I'm Indian. Wait a second, but what happened to the Indians? We black. Show me black on the planet. Why you stop recording?
He knows the fucking shit.
Why you sound crazy? Nah, because you think I sound crazy.
No, you don't sound crazy. You sound fucking legit. You're talking truth. You're talking truth.
We're not black. Race was made up.
You're talking truth.
Race is made up.
Yeah. Brown on.
You care about crazy.
This boy has black sons and daughters. Okay? This is the same black man or boy that bought a house across the street from Kim Kardashian. This is the same black boy who bought a black truck with dozens of roses. This is the same black boy who put Pete Davidson in the ground in a music video through claymation. This is the same person that tried to get the sex tape and tried to be a hero. Forgive me, y'all. That's the siren going off. It's weekly. Fire emergency alert system. But that's the same dude. That's the same dude. It sickens me. It pisses me the hell off. And I'm beyond words for him to say that out of his mouth. Where his mom was a black educator, knowing good to damn well that there is segregation in terms of resources and financial investments into schools. Your mom was an educator, bro, a black educator. So if black is not a race, then Jay-Z ain't black. He didn't help you. Everybody that helped you along the way, some of them weren't black. Really? Really? Because if I remember, rap is predominantly black, Kanye. I don't know who's around him, but he needs to be off social media for good at this point. And listen, I know we all make mistakes. I know he or she who has not sinned cast the first stone until you can cast shut the hell up talking. And I know we all have a history, but I would never, not in the past, present, or afterlife, ever come out of my mouth with that statement. Show me black on the planet. Show you black on the planet. Okay. How about that, Kanye? How about that? Is that black for you? Is that black for you, Kanye? I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't. Like, here's more black Kanye. Here's more of Africa, bruh. Here's more. Here's more. Like, I can't do it at this point. Like, for you to say that out your mouth, bruh. Get gone somewhere. Get gone. I can't do it. So anyway, let's roll on, because I just, okay. So for those of you who may or may not remember, there was a spot called The Gathering Spot. It was in Atlanta. This comes to us from Atlanta Black Star. Popular social club, The Gathering Spot, receives backlash from members and social media after introducing a new white chief financial officer to replace the black co-founder, now the gentrified spot. A popular members-only club aimed toward black professionals is under fire by its members and social media users after the club sent an email to notify members that a white man would be their new chief financial officer. The Gathering Spot membership services reportedly announced that Michael McCausey will replace co-founder and that CFO TK Pearson had been fired. The popular social club didn't release any details on why Pearson was replaced, but the group created confusion and anger because a black co-founder was seemingly pushed out and then replaced by a white man. Mike comes to Greenwood in TGS after a wealth of experience from other organizations. All local club general managers report directly to him and work together to continue to drive value for members of the community. An email reportedly from membership services read. Klosky, the new CFO, was the former CFO of Trella Health, an Atlanta-based healthcare company. He will directly report to the co-founder and CEO of Greenwood, Ryan Glover. Greenwood is a digital banking services platform that was founded by Black and Latino communities. The brand acquired The Gathering Spot in 2022 after its original co-founders sold it. The original co-founders are rapper killer Mike Glover Pearson, tech entrepreneur Paul Judge, and former Atlanta Mayor Andrew Young. They started the All Black Club in 2020 and put its first location down in Atlanta. Now they have locations in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles, California. Membership costs includes a $300 initiation fee and a $2,000 annual fee, or $200 a month. Each membership includes exclusive access to one of 3 private venues that has a full bar, restaurant, workspace. They also provide members with networking opportunities with investors, investment opportunities to extend their portfolio, member partnership, business partnerships, and exclusive rights to their other locations outside the city where a member is located. So many people took to social media after hearing the leadership change. The gathering spot is now the gentrified spot. I am a member. This is really disturbing to hear that this is happening. I definitely canceled my membership. I didn't go in for a while, but I still support it because it was a black company with black leaders. I snatched my membership back when I saw that email. I could join any social co-working space in Los Angeles. I want to. I joined this one because it was black owned, black run, black former TMZ personality Van Lathan, who identified himself as a founding member of the Los Angeles location, wrote an Instagram post. Other comments suggest that Greenwood was not a black-owned bank. Just wait till y'all found out Greenwood, the company that bought TGS, is a black-owned bank. So that is that there now. Okay, that's new. All right, I'll have to check that out. So there was a legal battle, right? There was a legal battle here. So basically, Ryan Wilson, CEO and co-founder, has claimed that Greenwood has breached their fiduciary duties to certain shareholders. Additionally, Wilson's lawsuit claims Greenwood, led by Dr. Paul Q. Judge and Ryan Glover, also participated in fraudulent transfer receipts of funds in order to avoid payment of contractual debt owed to those same shareholders here. So this is some of the documents here. I'm trying to see here. So it says instead of causing Greenwood to honor their obligations to the gathering spot holders and in violation of their fiduciary duties to the former gathering spot unit holders, defendants, and Greenwood funds to pay themselves bonuses totaling on January 23rd, 2023, an amount that should have been used to pay the debts owed by Greenwood to the former TGS unit holder. So basically, it seems that there was some money that should have been exchanged, and because of that, they did not do the right thing. So that was that lawsuit. So it says here. It says additionally, Greenwood closed $40 million of Series A funding from 6 of the 7 largest U.S. banks, with the top 2 payment technologies, Truist, Bank of America, PNC, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo's MasterCard, and Visa. Greenwood provides debit card services and bank accounts. In 2023, Wilson filed a lawsuit alleged that Greenwood committed intentional misconduct to breach its purchase agreement, thus breaking its contract. Greenwood filed a countersuit in June 2023, alleging that the gathering spot owned back conduct that perpetrated the alleged breaches that they complain of now. In a written statement, Glover said the gathering spot in Los Angeles was not profitable. Glover claimed Greenwood paid more than $40 million to the gathering spot in an effort to finalize the acquisition, according to a report by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. However, Wilson asserted that the subsequent July 10th court filing that Glover informed Wilson, based on business financial performance across all of our business unit, no one received their 2022 bonus payments. This was not true, as defendants fully intend to pay themselves. Next, the gathering spot alleged that Greenwood missed several deadlines for payments on to the gathering spot shareholders, which included Val Ventures, Cameron J. Newton Enterprises, and JAD Capital, as refused to make them. According to the lawsuit, Wilson also that Greenwood failures to pay stem from financial issues and predicts the company will soon be insolvent. So now you know about the lawsuit. Now you know about this change, right? So where is this leading to? You're asking probably. Well, y'all ready? I love a good damn news story. Here it is. The Gathering Spot reverts back to being independent, ending its deal with Greenwood. This came out December 15th. It says here the Gathering Spot and Greenwood are going their separate ways. According to the Atlanta Journal Constitution, the separation comes months after the two companies went to court over business disagreements. Ultimately, the goal is to try to position both of these companies for success. The Gathering Spot CEO, co-founder Ron Wilson told the outlet, "We wish each other well. Both of these companies play an important role in the community." As of today, we own the Gathering Spot and will be moved forward as an independent company. We have expanded vision for our future and a lot of new things we to share that we think you'll be proud of even more. We look forward to listening to you as we prepare to enter this new chapter. This community makes dreams a reality. We sincerely appreciate you. So basically, it is back to being black owned. It says here, um, sorry, y'all here. In February of 2023, the Gathering Spot owners Wilson and TK Pearson sued Greenwood for allegedly withholding payments after purchasing the company. By June the same year, the Greenwood counsel accusing the Gathering Spot founders of misconstrued in the purchase agreement. A second suit was filed by Wilson, where he said Greenwood engaged in intentional misconduct. Additionally, he accused the company of withholding a $5 million earned payout that resulted from the Gathering Spot reaching a 15 million revenue target. Moreover, as a result of the legal dispute, Peterson will be stepping down from his position as the club's chief operating officer. The Gathering Spot members went public with their concerns. It wasn't long before both companies announced that the business matters are settled. Although the two will no longer participate in business with one another, the Gathering Spot and Greenwood will maintain their partnership. Additionally, Wilson disclosed that the decision to make the company independent was unrelated to the summer's turmoil. Greenwood CEO Ron Glover will continue to serve as the Gathering Spot board member, and the banking institution remains a shareholder of the organization. So, there you go. Moving forward, Greenwood account holders who pay $200 monthly for the Elevate membership will retain access to Gathering Spot locations in Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles, California, and Washington, D.C. So it is black owned once again. So there you go for that good news. All right. So I literally saw this story as I was at Applebee's, just chilling, and just came across the phone, in the Google app where it shows you all the stories of the day. So here is this. Okay, y'all ready? So Paramount in talks to sell BET to management-led group Bloomberg News. Now, of course, Bloomberg wouldn't give all of the intel, but I figured it out from what I could. Paramount Global's in talks to sell its Black Entertainment Television Network to a management-led investor group. Bloomberg News report on Wednesday cited people familiar with the matter. The potential buyers include BET Chief Executive Officer Scott Mills and Ching H. Chu, a former Blackstone executive who runs the New York-based CC Capital Partners. A price of a little under $2 billion has been discussed, according to the report. Paramount CC Capital declined to comment on the report. Paramount had earlier this year bold the sale of a majority stake in BET Media Group, which includes the BET Cable Network, BET Studios, and VH1. For those of you who are wondering, wait, is it VH1 under MTV? VH1 got under from MTV, went over to BET, I think last year, if I'm not mistaken. Drawing interest from the likes of Byron Allen, who Allen's media group access includes the Weather Channel. Tyler Perry is not going to go back to purchase BET because he said the process to get BET was disrespectful. The company later dropped the sales process after failing to get satisfactory bids, according to the Bloomberg report. Chu, who also worked at Samoan Brothers, has also helped create 5 blank check companies during his time at CC Capital. One of them merged with Getty Images last year to help take the Stockfell company public in the U.S. Paramount is controlled by the Sharon Redstone-led media company that owns 77% of Paramount Class A voting shares. The entertainment conglomerate formed BET Studios in 2021 through a partnership with Blackish creator Kenya Barris after Rashida Jones and SWAT co-creator Aaron Rashad Thomas. So I did some research on the team here. So here are the partners. So Ching Chu is the founder. Douglas New and co-founder, Jason Garano and Matthew Skirb. So as you guys can see, there's one black person. Lord Jesus. Now, usually what management groups will do, they will just kind of manage the business end, and then there will be somebody handling the day-to-day operations. We're about to look at their portfolio live right now. So they own Getty Images. For those of you who don't know who Getty is pretty much when you see those celebrity photos when they're the first ones out, that's Getty Images. E2 Open, Wilshire, Utz Brands, Doom Brown Street, and Fidelity and Guarantee Life. So them owning BET, I don't know what they could use BET for. But Byron Allen is back in the race as well. Now, Tyler Perry had a bid of $2 billion. Byron Allen had a bid of $3 billion. But here's the thing, Byron Allen, after BET, went over to ABC, because remember when Bob Iger said that he was going to sell ABC. Hey, Rue, welcome in. It's good to see you, Queen. Long time no see. Good to see you. When Byron Allen went over to ABC Disney, and he put in a $10 billion bid. No joke. Let me bid ABC. So no joke. This is from The Verge here. Let me bring this up, because I like giving context, because some of y'all could care less about this, but also too, this does affect us because we are consumers and viewers of the culture. It says here, media mogul Byron Allen offers $10 billion to acquire ABC from Disney. So this $10 billion offer was to acquire the ABC television network, FX, and National Geographic cable channels and local stations from Walt Disney. So it was preliminary and could change. So at that point in time, I was like, so wait a minute, Paramount Global, you turned down $2 billion, $3 billion, and then this black man, Byron Allen, let me put some respect on his name. You turned down $3 billion from this black man, and he goes over to Disney and offers them $10 billion. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay. So Byron Allen is back in the race, ladies and gentlemen. Byron Allen offers to buy BET for Paramount Global for $3.5 billion. $3.5 billion. On Tuesday, Allen, who is the founder and CEO of the Allen Media Group, emailed Paramount Global senior executives and board, offered $3.5 billion for BET Media Group, which includes the BET cable channel, VH1, BET Studios, and streaming service BET Plus. Sources familiar with the situation confirmed to Variety that's up from $2.7 billion that Allen offered earlier in 2023. Reps for Paramount Global and Allen Media Group declined to comment. Bloomberg first report on Allen's renewed offer for BET. Other buyers of BET Media Group include BET CEO Scott Mills, a 26-year veteran of the company, and Ching Chu, a former executive private equity firm, Blackstone executive who runs CC Capital Partners, who had discussed a price tag under $2 billion. In the email to Paramount Brass, Allen wrote, "You are pursuing an inside sale at below market price with management that will not yield the highest price for stockholders. We believe it will be an egregious breach of fiduciary duty by Paramount Global management team and the board of directors of BET sold for anything less than a higher price, particularly in order to provide a sweetheart deal to an insider at the expense of shareholders." So I'm gonna show y'all what sweetheart deal is, because it is a term in business. So let me do that real quick for y'all. Give me a moment. We are live on tour. Give me a moment. Sweetheart deal. So this is what a sweetheart deal is here. A sweetheart deal is an agreement in which one party presents another party with offer so attractive that's hard to turn down. So basically, BET trying to be sold for $2 billion, $3 billion. Now recognize now that was the price sold when Robert Johnson sold BET to Viacom back in the 90s. Okay, so they're trying to get a return on their investment. I personally think that BET should be bought for $500 million to $700 million, maybe $800 million. That's being generous. As you guys know, or may not know because of this story here, BET Nielsen, N-E Nielsen. Okay, hang on. Nielsen ratings. Oh my God. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. We're live on tour. Things are happening. Please forgive me. Here we go. So this article came out 6 days ago from Variety as well. BET original series dominate list of top cable shows among Black artists according to Nielsen. So it says here, Sister Season 6, which returned October 18th, averaged 936,000 viewers this fall, followed by spin-off Satima, which reached 630 viewers. Meanwhile, the overall attracted 589,000 viewers with Season 5 this fall, which returned on October 17th. More recently, Nielsen data also revealed the show has recorded over 10 billion minutes viewed in multi-platform viewing according to its 5 seasons. So it says here that it's ranked seven shows out of 10. The only non-BET series on the list are Bravo's Real Housewives of Atlanta and MTV's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So BET titles make up 7 of the 10 shows, 5 of which comes from its partnership with Tyler Perry. So I think what they're trying to do with this is they're saying, okay, listen, BET may not be what it used to be, but we're still here and we want our value. I think also too, even though that is true, that 7 of the 10 shows are BET shows, I think it's the cultural relevancy of BET. So do I think it will happen? It kind of has to because Paramount Global is in debt. Yes, Paramount Global debt. Right here. So they are in debt of $15.6 billion. $15.6 billion. So they gotta cut that down somehow. And so to get, 15.6 billion minus 3.5 billion. So that would bring them down. Hang on one second, y'all. That will bring them down to $12.1 billion of their debt. Like I said, I think it should be Black owned, but bigger than it being Black owned, I think you're gonna have to find BET a soul that hasn't had it a long time. I think BET should be the Ebony magazine, and VH1 should be the Jet magazine. So VH1 is for the up and coming Black, minority, indigenous people of color, content creators, and up and coming talent, and BET is for those signature stars and talent. That's what I think. As you guys know, Sean Diddy Combs was involved. There was Shaquille O'Neal. There was Kenya Barris. There was 50 Cent in the race as well. Not too many women came into the picture. And then there was Group Black as well. So Byron Allen, who owns Entertainment Studios. Founded 30 years ago, CF Entertainment owns 12 cable networks, including the Weather Channel, Justice, Central.tv, Cars.tv, and Pets.tv, a theatrical movie distribution company, and a stable of 28 broadcast stations affiliated with the four big broadcast networks ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. Allen Media Group also produces, distributes, and sells advertising for 73, count them, 73 television shows, making it one of the largest independent producers and distributors of first-run syndication programming for broadcast stations. The company has nearly 2,300 employees, and so there you go. It was sold in 2001 for $3 billion, and now Iger has since said that the networks are not for sale. And Bob Iger, I'm just going to say this: it was quite stupid. It was quite stupid for you to say that. I'm just going to be real about it. Here's the intel here. So there you go. And the reason why I say it was stupid for Bob Iger to sell off ABC was because ABC and Disney have a very unique history. For those of you who may not know, Walt Disney was trying to get, he was trying to do fundraising, right? Just like Byron Allen is now. And so he went to every network, and ABC invested into Disneyland. So for the first couple of years of Disneyland, ABC, the network, owned Disneyland. And not to mention, I don't think Disney would have gone to 100 years without ABC. I really don't. So that is that, but also too, and this has been talked about. Okay, so this has been a rumor, but now it is a news story here. I repeat, Paramount, Global, and Warner Bros. Discovery are in merger talks. So Warner Brothers and Discovery merged. I think in 2022. So Discovery, own, and actually, you know what? Let's just pull it up. Damn it. Let's just pull it up. Just like I told y'all, it's a lot going on in these streets with the world of media. So they are in talks. It is a possible merger. Nothing crazy yet. It's not confirmed. But here is Warner Brothers Discovery. We're going to look at their brands here. Whew, Lord Jesus. This is a lot. And I really do mean that. It is a lot going on. So here it is here. So they have the Discovery Channel, HGTV, Food Network, Own Investigation Discovery, TLC, Magnolia Network, Travel Channel. So those brands were under Discovery. And so you got CNN, HBO here, and here are all the brands here. So you got Discovery there, you got CNN there. TNT is under Turner Broadcasting, which is under Warner Brothers. You have the Cooking Channel, which I think was under Discovery as well. Animal Planet, New Line Cinema, the Travel Channel. So you have this company here with all of their brands combining potentially with Paramount Global. Now, with Paramount Global, I'll show y'all their brands. Now, one thing to know, two things for sure. These brands are quite a lot. And so, for example, here it is here. These are all the things here. So you have Paramount Music, Television Studios, you have Miramax, you have Paramount Players, you have CBS. So if this merger were to go, then I don't even know how they would do it. Warner Bros. Discovery. Wait, I'm sorry. Warner Paramount Discovery? I think that's what it would be called. But yeah, they will own CBS Studios. They will own all of these stations here. They will own CBS Sports, BET Networks, which they're trying to get rid of now. They would own MTV, Comedy Central, CMT Logo. Logo is the LGBTQIA plus network. Pop TV, which is basically dormant at this point. They would own Showtime, even though Showtime was a network standing on its own, and Showtime was known for its boxing matches, and then Showtime formed into Paramount Plus. They will also own Nickelodeon, and so one of the biggest debates was, how do you have Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network in the same universe? Well, Nickelodeon does sitcoms. They do live action, so you definitely need that for the kids. Of course, they will own Nickelodeon Animation Studio. Then, of course, you see Paramount streaming there. They will also own Pluto TV, and then all the international networks. Do I think that this will happen? Probably not. Probably not. I think that with Paramount Global and Warner Bros. Discovery, I think that because both companies are in debt, they need to clean their own house because truly, when you combine or merge companies, that does mean not only do you own brands, but also you take on the debt of that company too. So I just Of course, they declined to comment. Terms of possible merger of the companies could not be learned. As the end of quarter three, Paramount Global reportedly long-term debt of 15.6 billion, considerably less than Warner Brother Discovery's debt, which whose debt load stood at 43.5 billion. Okay. Warner Bros. Discovery Paramount would be looking to pool their assets, which spans televisions, film, sports, and streaming to gain a greater scale and operational efficiencies. Specifically, Warner Bros. Discovery Paramount will have an interest in combining their Max and Paramount Plus premium streaming services to better compete with the likes of Netflix and Disney's Disney Plus and Hulu on the film side. Warner Bros. Discovery would acquire top-tier properties from Paramount Pictures, including Terminator, Transformers, Mission Impossible, Top Gun, A Quiet Place, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Godfather, Paramount, Paranormal Activity, Scream, and the Star Trek franchises. They will also include, like I said, CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, BET. Warner Bros. Discovery is formed through Discovery Inc.'s acquisition of Warner Media from AT&T, a deal that closed in April 2022. Paramount Global is the result merger of CBS and Viacom, which they were together before, but then they separated. They came back together. Like I said, I truly do not know what is going to happen with this. I think more than likely, because they would have to work out so much debt and legalities, and also too, they will have to get both boards of directors to approve it. The work may be too much for this to work. It says here, sources said Warner Bros. Discovery senior execs feel like they had to move sooner rather than later to engage in discussions with Paramount Global after Skydance interest in buying out Redstone's in AI's sake. So Skydance is a production company with John Lasseter. John Lasseter used to be with Pixar. That's what I was trying to say. So this is Skydance here. So they have produced a lot of content here. So you see The Family Plan, which recently came out, Spy Kids Armageddon, Kelsey. The pick is in Heart of Stone. So this is Mission Impossible. So Skydance may have a chance to own Paramount as well. So it's a lot going on. It really, really is. So let me see. CNBC.
At Target, try fast and free drive up.
I never knew there was a love like this before.
Try fast and always free drive up at Target.
CNBC's Alex Sherman confirming earlier reports of merger talk now between Warner Brothers Discovery and rival Paramount. Both stocks dropping on the news. Let's bring in Lightspeed Partners co-founder Rich Greenfield. Rich, you've been saying Paramount needs to find Gesundheit, whoever sneezed. Needs a buyer. And that was a sneeze from NASDAQ. You've been saying that Paramount needs a buyer and that legacy media's streaming playbook is not sustainable. Talk us through the logic behind this one and why Paramount seems so eager now to put itself on the block.
You're assuming that it's not just Paramount that's eager. I think this entire sector is facing really an existential crisis, right? I mean, linear TV is never getting better. Advertising is in secular decline. Cord cutting is worse than these companies expected. Streaming losses are in the billions. I think this is really sort of an aha moment, inflection point, watershed moment, you would call it, for the entire industry, where they're realizing there is no growth. They are in secular decline mode. And you're sort of seeing, you know, it's almost like when in that movie scene where everyone's like got their hands up in the air and they're screaming, running around in circles. They don't know what to do. And so I think you've got a ton of bankers. You've seen Disney throw out, hey, we're selling linear TV. Then no, they're not. We're trying to get out of Hulu. Maybe we'll buy Hulu. Now you're seeing BET. We'll sell that. Maybe we won't. We'll merge with Warner Brothers Discovery. Like, there is just nonstop merger. And I think all of that raises one massive question. How bad are numbers for Q4 for this industry, these companies, and what does next year look like? I mean, we've already seen Warner Brothers Discovery numbers. Originally, when they announced the merger between Warner and Discovery, they were looking at $14 billion of EBITDA in 2023. They're going to come in supposedly between $10.5 and $11 billion. We'll see whether that can grow next year. But I wonder whether the reason we're seeing merger talk is not just that Paramount's balance sheet is stretched, but that the entire industry, all of these companies are realizing next year is going to be a heck of a lot tougher. There are no green shoots in TV advertising. It is never, ever getting better. And I think that's probably why. The problem, though, as you said, putting these companies together doesn't fix the problem. Putting more linear TV and linear TV still makes a tough, challenging business, which is why the stocks went down today.
Before I slit my wrists at your predictions for the business that we happen to work in, I was thinking exact same thing. How does this make it better if you take two kind of legacy operators and you smush them together? Why wouldn't one or both of them be running to somebody else out there? You know who I'm talking about in tech.
No. But let's stop. First of all, don't slit your wrists.
Okay.
There is many years. Margins are going to contract. The business is going to get tougher, but it isn't that bad. It's just going to be a declining story. But I think the real answer is putting companies together is not the right answer. That is not fixing the problem. The problem is they can't compete with Netflix. They need to stop. They need to shut down these streaming services or scale them back dramatically. That's what we put out. We wrote a big piece yesterday that the streaming strategies of these companies is flawed. We thought they could go all in and compete. They can't. Now it's time, with balance sheets stretched, financials, profitability in decline. These companies need to change course and do it immediately. I don't think putting one and one together doesn't get you more. Look at what's happened to WBD stock since the merger between AT&T and Discovery in terms of putting that Warner Media asset together with Discovery. Obviously, the stock is down 50% or so. Like, I don't think merging is not the answer here, even if it can clear regulatory. The real answer is let's take a dramatically different course in how we approach streaming. And let's focus on going back to what these companies are best at, which is making great content. Whether it's HBO,
content,
Warner Brothers, make great content. Stop trying to be a platform. I don't think that's what these companies, Paramount Plus, was a bad idea. Let's just call it what it is. It was a bad idea and it's not working.
All right. There it is. I mean, I agree full-heartedly. I mean, it is about content. You know what I mean? I was talking with a friend of mine a couple of days ago, and I was saying to them, the only way Hollywood is going to get better is if they let new people in. And I think that the strike showcased that pay is not being evenly distributed. Opportunities are getting tighter, and it's less about creativity and more profit versus deficit. You know what I mean? So I will drop the link if anybody wants to come up. Feel free. I know it's just us here, but I'll always drop the link so that way you guys can have a voice in the conversation, because it definitely is a lot going on for sure in the world today. Lord Jesus, man, oh man. I mean, who would have ever thought, you know, Paramount Global, Warner Bros. Discovery, you know, merging. And it has been a rumor for a long time, but I don't know about this. I really don't know. I truly do not know. So we're going to watch one more clip here.
Let's turn to a late day headline in the media world. Warner Brothers Discovery is in talks to merge with Paramount. CNBC's Alex Sherman just confirmed that headline. He joins us now with the details. Alex.
Here's what I can tell you, Morgan. There was a meeting that took place between Paramount Global CEO Bob Bakish and Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav yesterday. The meeting, I'm told, was to talk about the contours of what a potential combination of Paramount Global and Warner Brothers Discovery might look like. The way it was described to me was, look, the only way you know if this deal makes sense for both parties is that you got to bring the two CEOs together and have them discuss it. I think what's going on here is a little bit of a bigger picture where I think there are three assets, and one of them is our parent company, NBC Universal, where there's potentially a dance that may or may not happen between Paramount Global, NBC Universal, and Warner Brothers Discovery, with the thinking that maybe if Warner Brothers Discovery is in deal mode, and by the way, they executed what's called a reverse Morris Trust when they originally put together Warner Media and Discovery. There's a 2-year window, basically, where they kind of have to lay low. That's coming up in April. So that is no longer a concern for tax benefits, meaning that Warner Brothers Discovery is now thinking, okay, maybe it's time for our next deal. And maybe we want to do it with Paramount Global. Maybe we want to do it with NBC Universal if Comcast is open to it. Or maybe we want to do it with no one. We decide we don't want either asset. But those talks are now beginning. And that's what I think today signals, that Warner Brothers Discovery is open for business. We know a little bit that Paramount Global may be open for business because Sherry Redstone, the controlling shareholder of National Amusements, has been talking to a variety of different people and sources about potentially doing a deal. So we have entered the action mode phase of things.
But Alex, why, when Disney Fox isn't exactly lighting the world on fire, Adobe Figma just basically got smothered and the regulators don't seem to be open to business?
So there's no real glaring reason to me why Paramount Global and Warner Brothers Discovery should be rejected by regulators. This is a company that has a broadcast network that would be combining with a company that does not have a broadcast network. You put these two assets together, Paramount Global isn't particularly an asset that I would say is of major scale. They struggle to compete against the biggest players in the media industry. So I can see why both companies may think that regulators would allow that deal. There potentially are some more issues with NBC Universal and Warner Brothers Discovery for sure. Combining, say, CNN and MSNBC in the same company, that may be problematic. Universal is a bigger studio than Paramount. Putting that together with Warner Brothers from the studio standpoint, maybe that could be also problematic. But look, I think the big picture here, John, to answer your question is these companies may be in a mode now where they just feel like they cannot survive long-term in this industry against Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Google with their huge balance sheets. So they have to do something. You can't just sit there and wither away. So maybe regulators decide that this is okay, maybe they don't, but they may have to push the envelope to find out.
It's interesting that we're having this conversation. You've just confirmed these headlines. given the fact that just earlier today, Alex, you published your anonymous 2024 predictions from 13 and media executives. M&A was definitely on that list. So how does this speak to the fact that whichever way this goes with Paramount, with Comcast, with Warner Brothers Discovery, in general, there seems to be deal making potentially afoot in 2024?
You know, it's an interesting dynamic because, to John's point, the regulatory question is out there. From a monetary policy standpoint, interest rates aren't nearly as low as they were a few years ago. So if you were to do a deal where you had to borrow a lot of money, that may be off the table until, let's say, 9 to 12 months down the road, when theoretically interest rates will be lower. In other words, from a macro standpoint, it's not a fantastic deal environment. And yet these companies, I think, are saying, you know what, we can't just wait. We've just seen in the past 18 months or so, all of our valuations drop precipitously. Some of it has come back up a little bit as the market has improved, but the secular trends of streaming loses money, cable subscribers drop by the millions every single year, the box office is lower than it was 10 years ago and may not come back in a post-COVID world. All of these things, there's no really easy answer to. So the companies are now thinking, at least, do we want to do another deal to add more scale, to take costs out of the business, to put these companies together? There are major synergies on either end of things. They're at least exploring those options now to figure it out. Do they need to merge? Does it make sense? I don't know. But the companies are now trying to figure that out in real time.
So there is that from NBC. And, you know, to that point, there was a story from Taraji P. Henson. Y'all know that she is doing her media rounds for The Color Purple, and saw this clip and wanted to bring it to you all from Lonnie Love. So here we go.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up is a whole entire team behind us.
Yes.
They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%.
That's right.
Okay. So do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed,
Sometimes
not
more.
after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, you know, Monique was in the fight and still is in the fight for pay, equity, and equality with all of this. And so here are some comments here. I think people are missing the point. She may have used taxes as an example, but that's about Black artists and the arts of color being undervalued in this business. As someone with insight, there is a big pay gap between what male and female A-list or even B level make. Black male movie stars make as much as their white counterparts, give and take, and some women, white ones too, make shockingly less. I think there's a gulf between white actresses and Black actresses, although truly a gulf exists there, than all actresses and male actors. Everything You're saying it's valid proves Taraji's point. Her expenses are secondary to her largest point. She is underpaid. So, and basically what she's saying is that she doesn't get all her money, in so many words. There was a clip of her, with Benjamin Button, and how, I can't show the clip because of the reel, even though it's not a talk show on anymore. That doesn't mean you can't get copy struck, but I'm gonna try to see if I can find Taraji P. Henson pay.
Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji P. Henson paycheck.
Taraji P. Henson paycheck.
Let me see here.
Find what you're looking for on Bumble.
What I really want is to tell you about my efforts. You get
what we love about you, Taraji, too, is your story. You came here with $700, as a young Black actress. Can you talk about some of the obstacles that you faced at the very beginning of your career?
A lot of doubt when you let that devil get too loud in your ear. But I was so blessed my dad passed in 2006, but I was so blessed because he gave me the confidence to come out here. He was like, you can't catch fish on dry land. What are you doing in DC? All the acting jobs are in LA. Why are you here?
Yep.
And he was right, because I had graduated from the program at Howard University. So what next? And now I have a kid, and I was like, I have to make my dreams come true, because if I don't, what am I teaching him?
Right.
And so I was just, there were days when I was a temp. I worked up for a temp agency, and it was at an accounting firm. Foreshadow. Anyway, I just remember taking a break, and I used to smoke cigarettes like crazy back then. I quit years ago, though. But and I remember smoking a cigarette, and I was crying. I would have so many days like that. What are you doing? You are going backwards. You're a receptionist again. This is how you got through college. And finally, I met my manager, and things started taking off. But you can't give up on your dreams. Even in the darkest hour, you got to be the light in the darkness.
Yeah,
You have to be the light in the darkness, because literally, I had $700, my son, in faith. And a lot of talent.
Let's not forget that. And speaking of Hollywood, so you came out single mom. Have you seen a growth in Hollywood in terms of recognizing our talents, recognizing our worth? Do you feel like there's a change in Hollywood, or do we still have a ways to go?
Humanity in general has a long way to go, but absolutely there's room for a lot more growth. What I do like is that so many people are working, and so many different stories are being told about our culture. And so that's what I'm love seeing. Now, are they getting it right when it comes to them zeros on the check?
Because let's talk about it. You said that Tyler Perry was the first person after all the movies.
How about that?
Tyler Perry, a Black man, was the first person to pay you what you were worth.
Yeah. That was what I was asking for.
Wow.
Because I wasn't a greedy person. I understood the game. I know that I can't make as much as a certain person that's been in the game longer than me, has proven box office success. I'm proving myself still. But at the same time, I'm not going to belittle myself, my talent, and my worth. I know that I can at least bring you $500,000 in ticket sales.
Right.
If not more.
Right.
Because when you did Benjamin Button,
that was $150.
Right.
Okay, so let me break it down, because I remember some people were like, $150, she greedy. That's a lot of money. Let me break this down for you, okay? When you start making that kind of money, Uncle Sam takes 50%. So let's do the math. We're going to act like this romper room. You know, they give you for those shows, they let let you compute it for a second. So that leaves me with 75 now, right?
Yep.
Then I have to pay another 30% to my team who did all the work to get me that job.
Yes.
So I don't pay them 30% of the 75. No. I pay them 30% of the 150 that comes out of my 75. So what does that compute to? Okay, so let's break it down like this. You have 12 months in a year to make your money, right? If you do a film for 5 months, that takes you off the market for anything else to earn any other kind of coin until you're done with that show. At the time, my son's school tuition, because he was in high school at Buckley, was $30,000. I chose my son's education over fancy cars and all those things. And so literally for 5 months, that's what I made. His tuition. Now what? I got to hit the pavement again, and I got to scrounge up another check.
That's right.
So that is how that works, ladies
I
and
am
gentlemen.
so happy you broke that down because so many people have the misconception.
Yeah. You think you see somebody sold something to a streaming service for $20 million. Sounds great. Do that math I just told you.
Yes.
50% goes to Uncle Sam. Then they got to pay whoever they got to pay to get that. So they literally walk away with less than half of that.
How about that?
And you got to realize that she's getting paid less than most
everybody
of her.
else. Absolutely. That was a huge cast, by the way.
Absolutely. And so never did I expect to get paid with my counterpart. They have worked to get their quote. They deserve exactly what they're getting. But however, I deserve a little more too.
So I wanted to play that because context is everything with this channel and what we do over here. I truly do believe that people deserve to be paid for what they're worth. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, quite frankly, I think Taraji P. Henson deserves $10 million, $20 million checks. She does. I mean, her body of work, her portfolio, her resume, or resume for the rest of you, is bar none. And that's why the strike happened, because you think about that, $150,000 reduced to pennies. So listen, Taraji, listen. Daytime TV don't look too bad if you can make it. I think Taraji P. Henson doing a daytime talk show definitely could work. You know what I mean? So and she had a talk show on Facebook Watch called Peace of Mind with Taraji. So just wanted to showcase that. But yeah, that is our show, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed the show for this evening. You know, I do try my very best to give y'all something important here that hopefully you guys will love, you guys will appreciate. And we try to, or at least I try to, balance out everything. You know what I mean? We went from Megan Thee Stallion, a movie about her pain, to a woman who owns her own black hair salon and nail shop in Charlotte, North Carolina, to a lawsuit with Lizzo, to a whole dating app, black owned, by the way, to Kanye West saying that black doesn't exist and we're not black, we're Indian, to business that used to be black owned and now it's black owned again, to BET being sold, to Taraji P. Henson feeling like she's not getting paid her worth, to Paramount Global and Warner Bros. Discovery. So I try my very best to layer it, because I know that for some people, they may not care about the media game, but you know, the same token, we are consumers and viewers of the culture. And I believe that transparency does matter. Not to mention too, I get to cover stuff that you may not ever hear on GMA or the Today Show or CBS Mornings. So I am very proud to be here and bring you guys a platform that can change lives for the better. Amen. So, you know, doing our little small part on the YouTube streets here. Let me see. So yeah. Let me get the daily motivator for you all, and then we will be on our way out of here. Like I said, it was quite a drop of that Paramount and Warner Bros. Discovery merger. I will, of course, stay tuned to that story to let you guys know if anything will come of that. I don't think anything will. There's a lot of work that they gotta do to merge that. And for those of you who are wondering, Braylon, what about the CW? Don't Warner? No, doesn't CBS Warner Brothers own that? They own 12.5%. The majority share is owned by Nexstar Media Group, which also owns News Nation, which used to be WG in America. And they also own The Hill as well. So with that being said, let me get what I need to get here for y'all. The great daily motivator here. Let me get that for y'all here. Oh, not that. Sorry, not that. Present. The daily motivator. Right, y'all, it is time for the Daily Motivator by Ralph Morrison here as I get it pulled up on my on the laptop. By the way, shout out to Trenda at some point, hit 6,000 subscribers. Congratulations to you, Queen. Well deserved. You consistently put in work, have great energy and a great soul as well. So much love to you. By the way, she has a store. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Trending at some point as well. Okay. Hang on, y'all. Trying to make sure that it loads up here. Usually it loads up just fine. Okay, y'all, wait 1 minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Usually it loads right on up. Usually loads right on up. Please give me a moment. Okay, we're going to try this again. Oh, we're live on tour, y'all. We are live on tour. Okay, here we go. So all man's gains are fruit of venturing. Herodus. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. What you don't know. Ooh, it's about to be a good one. You don't know it all. You won't know it all. You can't know it all. Free yourself to think more clearly by accepting that you haven't thought of everything. Thank you. Certainly, your knowledge and reasoning bring great value to your world, yet that value can be destroyed by arrogance. You know what you know, and that's great, yet there's always more to know. Factors you have considered, therein exists great opportunity for discovery, improvement, deeper levels of understanding. Whatever you already know is your starting point. The possibilities for seeking truth have no limit. From where you've never been, from those who you never agreed with, you can learn. Offer yourself sufficient confidence and curiosity to expand your levels of alignment and effectiveness. Be thrilled by the prospect of encountering someone who has knowledge different than yours, who sees the world from an alternative perspective, because very soon so will you. Ooh, man. Well, I always do say you cannot apologize for what you don't know. And I think the reason why we do apologize is because we always try our very best to do our best, but we also have to recognize it's okay not to know everything. Number two, I think that as we come into Christmas being on Monday, I think what I did not know before was that pain has levels to it. I think I've always known that pain has levels to it, but I think the emotionality of the different levels, I don't think I've ever known those levels before. And finally, recognizing that after you do know something, that is your chance to become better. And recognize that you can become better. Recognize that. I know it looks like life is rough sometimes, that it's hard to wake up and it's hard to move forward, but I can promise you this. I was talking to my mom today because I was getting the Christmas gifts for everybody. I said, Mom, how do you keep going when you feel like you don't know where your next blessing is going to come from, or you don't know how to keep your mind clear and free and loving for what's to come. And she said, well, all you can do is what you can. And, recognize okay, what can I do to step up? And wherever you can, you have to let go of that. And I thought that was very good advice. So yeah, always try to end every show with something positive. And just know I don't know everything. Even when I'm talking about all these different hot topics, when we go live on tour, I only know what I know. You know what I mean? Whatever I don't know, I don't know. But the great thing about going on tour is we always get to learn something new together. As I often say, higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we are about to go on tour. So with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we're to be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that as hard as it is to build something up, the hardest is just starting. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for if you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. Also, too, whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever success you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. Understand, and want to receive love, you gotta give and want to receive love, you gotta give and want to receive love. You have to give it. And please take time out with your family, your friends, loved ones, and also recognize that everybody's Christmas is not going to be the same. So sometimes just giving a call can do a lot. Sometimes texting in can do a lot. And, sometimes just sending like a $5 cash app, just saying, hey, listen, go get yourself a coffee, go get yourself, some hot tamales, whatever it is. Be kind, because we all are going through something. One love, much love, all love. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings that are on the way. Much love, everybody. Good night.